In this video, I will show you how to work in bubble stitch. This stitch pattern uses the knit 4 stitches below technique to create a textured pattern. It is worked over a multiple of 4 stitches plus 3 edge stitches. It is also worked over a repeat of 12 rows. This technique is used in our Jasper Sweater pattern. Today I'll be using Wool & Gang's Super Trouper yarn in Moondust Grey and a pair of 5mm knitting needles. Okay, let's get started. For this video, I've cast on 23 stitches using the long tail cast on technique. So first, I'm going to start with a purl row and I'm going to work 5 rows in stocking stitch. So now I've finished my first 5 rows of stocking stitch, I'm ready to work the first pattern row. I'm going to start this row by knitting 3 stitches. Then, for the next stitch, I'm going to be knitting 4 rows below. To do this, I'm going to slip the stitch off my needle, then carefully unravel it until there are 4 ladders. So, first I'm going to push the stitch so that it sits behind the bottom one of these ladders. Then, using my right needle, I'm going to insert it into the stitch below all of the ladders, then knit it as if it was a normal knit stitch. Then I'm going to knit the next 3 stitches. So these last 4 stitches make up the pattern repeat. So I'm going to work another one of the knit 4 below stitches. So that's unravel until you have 4 ladders, tuck the stitch behind, then pick it up with the tip of the right needle and knit it. So this stitch is what helps to create that 3D texture. Okay, so that's my first pattern row done. You can start to see the bubbles are starting to take shape. So now I'm going to work another 5 rows in stocking stitch, starting with a purl row. So now I've finished those 5 rows of stocking stitch, I'm going to work my next pattern row. This is similar to the last pattern row, except this time I'm going to start by knitting 1 stitch. Then I'm going to unravel this stitch as before until I have 4 ladders. Then with the right needle, I'm going to pick up a knit stitch. And then I'm going to knit the next 3 stitches. So I'm going to repeat these 4 stitches until I have 2 stitches left of my row. So that's unraveling the next stitch, knitting it, and then knitting 3 stitches. Okay, so now I have 2 stitches left of my row. I'm going to work 1 more stitch into the 4th row below. And then I'm going to knit the last stitch. So you can already see the bubbles starting to take shape from this second pattern row. So these 12 rows make up your pattern repeat. So that's 5 rows of stocking stitch, your first pattern row, another 5 rows of stocking stitch, and then your second pattern row. So I'm going to continue repeating these 12 rows to work in bubble stitch. And there you go, your finished piece should look something like this. Thanks for watching.